Lear, if you stack up the downside, I guess that's maybe one of the downsides that people shout turtle at me everywhere I go, right? But so what was I going to turn the roll down? Like, what's the other option, you know?
ESPNW presents Be Honest with Cari Champion.
Hey everyone, it's a very special guest on Be Honest today. I'm excited. He is a celebrity. He's a member of one of my favorite series of all time on HBO, Entourage. Obviously, he is a friend of First Take. He's now a friend of my podcast, Be Honest. We give it up for Jerry Ferrara. I will call him by his name. I won't call him Turtle.
Much appreciated. You know what? That's very kind of you. And I'm glad that we're going to get to talk a little long form now.
Yeah, it'll be good as opposed to quick hits. And obviously we know that you're a sports aficionado. I do not question your acumen, but I want to talk about something I think is pretty interesting. You were a part of what I think is history. Entourage did something that was never, ever able to be accomplished on television. You were able to take us inside of Hollywood and make fun of it and tell us some serious storylines. When Entourage was at its height, did you enjoy that success, or did you even understand what you were a part of?
You know, I realized this as I've gotten older. No, I did not. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. It's not the proper way to phrase it, I guess, because I did have a lot of things that it would be hard not to enjoy. But I was just always afraid, especially when I was a lot younger. The show came to me when I was 23 years old. It was going to get ripped away. Either it was going to get canceled, or, I would get replaced on the show, or I would do something stupid like on my personal time and get in some kind of trouble and jeopardize. So I just was always on guard. And it really took the show ending to kind of look back and start to really enjoy it. And that's why I'm so glad the movie happened, because I enjoyed every single minute of the movie, way more than I ever did the show.
Okay, so I'm going to put you on the couch, and maybe you can help some of the listeners. Why is it when you are, and you speaking about everyone, are reach some level of success, or at some place where people admire what you're doing, or you have quote unquote made it, why is it so hard to enjoy it? And I'm not even just referring to being an actor. Perhaps what I do, what LeBron is doing. What LeBron is doing right now is amazing. I don't know if he's enjoying it.
You know, I think he's actually a great case study for this. And just watching and actually being at the game last night and really trying to see what he's evolved to, I think he's starting to enjoy it now. And I think maybe coming home at this stage in his career was really the best thing. And maybe going away from home was really the best thing, because I do feel he is starting to enjoy it now. And I think early on, and maybe part of the reason why he left Cleveland and I was putting him on the couch is because of that. Maybe he just wasn't enjoying it because it was his hometown with all that pressure. So I think maybe he's starting, and I think that's why I'm seeing a little difference in him. I really am.
Well, at the beginning of the year, we used to say that he just looked completely unhappy, especially when he was injured and he took that 2 weeks off. It was probably a mental break.
For sure. It had to be. Could you imagine what it's like? He went back to that city and I'm not going to say bailed out, but revitalized that whole city in more than just a basketball sports sense. Probably economy wise, and in a lot of sense of the way. So he's a hero on a whole other level that doesn't have anything to do with sports. So I'm sure in the beginning it was just, what's this going to be like? But now he just seems to be owning it and is in charge.
Well, you're right. He does own it. He's taking advantage of it, so to speak. And he's saying, this is what I have to do. I have to have that will to win. I've watched him grow so much, even from when he left Miami. I felt as if Dwayne was the leader, the silent leader, but the leader. And we're watching him actually take the ownership. So having said all of that and owning it, you've been very candid about how when you go out and about, people will call you, it's 50-50. Turtle, Jerry, Turtle.
Used to be 70-30 in favor of Turtle.
Right? So now you have your own identity back.
I had it down to like 60% Jerry at one point with the success of Think Like a Man. But then, like I said on First Date, it pulled me back into Entourage land. So it's back. But that's also something that took a while now for me to be okay with. And I totally am. Because now, like, Lear, if you stack up the downside, I guess that's maybe one of the downsides that people shout turtle at me everywhere I go, right? But so what was I going to turn the roll down? Like, what's the other option? I just don't know of one.
The role was phenomenal. I think you played it well, and we watched you transition from what you were in the beginning to towards the end of the series.
I was a kid.
Yes.
I was 23 years old. I just moved to LA from Brooklyn. I was a meathead from Brooklyn.
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
They showed my audition tape on this HBO special, and I didn't even understand what I was saying. It's weird. Like, I obviously have a New York accent, but if I try to do my old New York accent, it sounds like a bad New York accent.
Crazy. So are you full-blown Hollywood now?
15 years.
Wow.
In L.A., yeah.
So you're from L.A. now?
You know, in 5 more years, I'll be 40. Scary to say, but I would have done 20 in New York and 20 in L.A.
Listen, will you ever go back to New York and live?
I mean, I don't know if I would ever do the winters because I just can't do it anymore. But my whole family's still in New York. I got nieces and nephews now. And my niece said to me yesterday, I had one chance to see her. I ran to Staten Island to go see her. And she said, Uncle Jerry, how come, she's 4. She goes, how come when you're on TV, you don't wave to me? And I said, you know, that's a really good question. So now I always try to subtly wave. Yeah. But I don't say like, hi, I just wave and I'll just say, see, that was for you.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so then if you are in LA and you are doing this acting thing, because I'm sure at the time when you auditioned, you didn't really get what was going to happen. You didn't realize you literally were Entourage. You were Turtle. This life is amazing to you. We're living in mansions. We're around the biggest people, the hugest stars. You're rubbing elbows. Being an actor is so difficult. I'm from LA. I know how tough it is. So you're ready to be a part of this world full time. How scary is that? After Entourage is what I'm asking.
Well, some people have asked me, whether they're young actors or up-and-coming actors, like if there's any advice I have for them. And all I say is make sure you love it because it's designed to make you quit. And I know that sounds very negative and glass half empty, but it's just the truth. If you don't love it, if it is not your passion in life, it will beat you down to a point where you tap out. To use around the Rousey, you'll tap. You just go tap and go on to the next.
But isn't that for anything in life that you do?
And it goes for what you do. It goes for what you do on first take.
Sure.
It's like that with anything.
You have to have passion because trust me, there are many a days I want to tap out on first take. Yeah. This being one of them. So how about and I'll let you go with this. How about Entourage and my girl Ronda Rousey? I am a huge fan. Just even in the trailer, you stole the show. You stole the movie, so to speak. So did it get physical? Did she hurt you? Did you really hurt yourself? What happened?
You know, she didn't hurt me, luckily. And she really was the best person in the world to coordinate that whole thing because she knows exactly what happens inside that octagon. What I will say is, even being in Ronda's armbar in the resting position where there's no pressure, it still hurts. While they're setting up cameras and lights and we're just lining up the shot and there is no pressure at all, it's still one of the worst feelings in the world to know that if she just added a few pounds of pressure, it snaps like a toothpick. That being said, it was really cool because I got to know her. We did all our scenes before the fight stuff. So I got to know Ronda, the person, not the fighter. Yeah. And it's just this sweet, charming, super intelligent, just cool woman you want to be around.
Yeah, she's intense, though.
Then the gear switch. Yeah. But I didn't see that when we were doing the personal stuff.
Okay.
Then we go into the octagon and then into that whole other world. And she puts the cape on. And I saw that face that she makes. I didn't like it.
I got scared.
No, that was not acting. When I'm screaming for my life, how much time?
Yeah.
That was not a performance piece.
Yeah, no. You didn't have to. You weren't method. You didn't go anywhere for that. No, you were there.
No,
you were right. Listen, I challenged her to jump rope, and I almost beat her, but then I faked because I got afraid that if I did beat her in jump rope, like she would really be mad at me. So I was afraid.
She just got voted the most dominant athlete in her sport,
and she's hot on top of that. Nothing wrong with that. No. So Jerry Ferrara, Entourage, due out June 3rd. Obviously, it's going to be a huge summer hit.
We hope because, you know, we'd love the chance to do it again. We're all getting a little older now. So
what? Sequel? Am I getting an exclusive sequel?
You know, I've been calling it the reverse Field of Dreams.
Okay.
You know, if they come, we will build it.
Okay. Right here on Be Honest. Some more breaking news, you guys. Thanks for listening.
And you're going to be in the sequel, Cari. What? Mic drop.
What? No, leave it. Heard it. We got it. Wait, you guys got that? Everybody got that, right? I'm in the sequel. We're not done with Be Honest yet.
But you're coming to steal me away from Ronda. So
that's right.
You're going to have to deal with Ronda.
I'll fight for you.
Right.
I'll fight for you, boo.
Done deal.
All right. Be Honest. Jerry Ferrara. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for listening to Be Honest with Cari Champion. For more great podcasts, check out ESPN.com/PodCenter.
Geico presents Strange Savings Stories. Astronomers detected an interstellar transmission. It stated, Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. The implications were staggering. Was the cosmos telling us we could all save hundreds on car insurance with Geico? Or did their radar merely pick up a signal from the nearby Rufus and Clyde's morning show? We may never know.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.